Without further ado, we have Scott Lavelle.
So hi everyone, we're real happy to be here. I am glad to be back in North Carolina. I was here for 18 years and had a really, really lovely time getting to know the North Carolina community of singers. Longtime member, of course, of NATS as well, and we are in the Illinois chapter of it. But we today are going to talk about collaborative artistry, and this is a little bit of a reflection of the program that we have up at University of Illinois. It's called the Lyric Theater at Illinois. And the premise there is that this is a holistic approach to singing. We don't categorize, we don't isolate. So we have singers that are singing primarily Broadway and contemporary. We have singers that are singing opera, and they participate in the other productions. We believe in two things here. First of all, a student at 17 years of age, this is what you're going to do for the rest of your life. So we want to give them a broad amount of experiences and also help them to find their way as they chart the college path. We also believe that in this current society, this current state of the arts, singers need to be able to do a lot of things to just be practically employable. So at this conference, we're going to talk about contemporary styles, musical theater. Certainly, if we were at the Classical Nats conference, we would also be very comfortable in that situation, and we hope that our students are also comfortable navigating both of those styles. So that is the baseline of what we do and why we're here. Would you like to say anything else about the Lyric Theater in Illinois?
I don't have much to add to that. The program that my wife and I created really is about three pillars: wellness, flexibility, and creativity. And we recognize what I've recognized over the years. That always happens to me. What I've recognized over the years is that because I've had a great the opportunity to work with people just who have focused on all sorts of different kinds of music, from Broadway, like Sting to Mandy Patinkin to me to Kelly O'Hara, to all these different people that are about communicating, and they communicate effectively in music that unites. It's the same fire burning. It's united by always. There's this underlying sensation of health, even though it's a different style, and maybe they vocalize the pieces in a slightly different way. The underlying current of health is always there, and so it stuck with me. And I thought, well, let's create a program that embraces all of that. Today, and the other thing, obviously, today, what I really want to work on is what I call the point of all this, which is making sure we get down to, because in the end, we can really narrow this down to and distill what it is we're doing up here, taking a moment in time and extending it, and it's communicating, right? It's all about communicating to an audience. And I've been, as you all have, had experiences where all of a sudden you forget the person singing on stage, and they just become a person who is communicating a very human experience to you. And it's in that moment in time, and if you record it, it's not the same thing, and that's why what we do is special. So that's what I think we're hopefully going to focus on during this next hour and a half. How much do we have? Hour and a half-ish.
So we team teach every week. We team teach the freshman LTI majors. We do kind of a tag team. It's a little bit like wrestling, except with your vocal cords. And so we'll kind of see how this goes. I'm going to let Nathan take lead on all of this, and except when he tags me in. So we'll see what happens. Great. Who's our first singer? Come on up. Please introduce yourself, your pianist, and your song. Yes.
things you feel so deeply that you can't express by speaking them. You have to sing them.
Yeah, and this is something I've often asked. So, did you hear what she said? Some things that you feel them so deeply, speaking doesn't necessarily take care of it, you have to sing.
Yeah, yeah.
What is singing?
Like scientifically or like
Well, not scientifically, I don't, especially right now, I mean, what are we doing what is the difference between what I'm doing right now and singing?
Yeah, it's like singing is really long talking.
It's really long talking. It's sustained
Yeah.
talking, right?
Yep, and it coordinates speech with music, and music connects to the emotions.
Yeah, okay, all right, and it also extends that moment in time, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Because of a particular emotion.
Mhm.
So what's the emotion? What are you feeling? What is that character feeling?
Desire and
For what?
for
Specifically, like,
desire for doing the thing that I want to do and not just doing things that other people want me to do.
okay,
So specifically,
freedom.
desire for Noah, the man that I love.
Okay, well, this is a funny thing too, because when we take things out of context, we have to recognize that and find even a more universal truth in there. So you're looking for your basic desire, great, but we can desire all sorts of stuff. You want to, it sounds like it sounds grand, but you want to be free, right? You want to be
Yeah.
unshackled.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
sounds like that's what the song is too.
Yeah.
That's not, why would we do that?
Yeah.
You know, it's to be free. Now, what are the first words you say?
Where am I? Where am I going?
Where am I going? Now, I know this is another thing that we all need to recognize when
she's a big purple ugly ogre, that's fine.
Okay.
But we need to create something that's tangible and that is real to our imagination. It's not ambiguous. There is and it doesn't matter. She can be
Yeah.
a purple monster. That's fine. But make her to you what is getting in the way of your objective, which
Yeah.
is what?
To be free from expectations.
Great. And where do you think that happens? Where do you think that really activates?
I have to run away, I have to stay.
Yeah, and good. What should she say right after that?
I want to live a life where I'm allowed to say that I'm proud of the way I spent.
That's it, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think that's your objective. Your objective is to show mom that you have pride
Yeah.
and that she doesn't get to dictate your life. All right, so I want to stop right where we stopped, and I want you to create mom with that objective in mind,
Okay.
right? And what's your objective?
To be free from expectations.
Yes.
I'm gonna throw one other suggestion in
Okay.
there, because you're a character that the audience wants to love, right?
Yeah.
And the best way in life to free yourself from somebody's expectations is to love them enough to recognize that that's their issue. You know what I mean?
Oh,
That's her issue, that's not
Yeah.
yours, you're stronger than that. And
Yeah.
you can say, Mom, I'm gonna be fine, right? Because if you keep them as an obstacle that you have to run away from, you really don't get through it.
Yeah.
But if you let it go, all of a sudden you're like, ooh, right? And that makes sense on why I make the choice.
well, that's part of the help too with the purple monster, right? You get to diminish a purple monster. Purple monsters won't have any control over your life. Yeah, good. Where we stopped. Do you remember where that was?
She's gonna say, I don't remember.
That's it, yep.
Is this the first time I see that? Okay. Wait.
I want right before and I'm proud.
Sometimes I feel like I cry without a noise. Sometimes I feel like somebody chose my choice.
Bring the purple monster. That's a place where it's too gentle.
Okay.
You have to run away, right? Make it about her
Okay.
rather than about you.
Okay.
Like this is hard to communicate. But if it's about I have to run away specifically from purple monster, that is my obstacle that's holding me back. Right there.
Okay. I have to run away. I have to sit and stay. I wanna live a life where I am proud to say that I'm proud of the way that I spend my days.
Better than the monster. Yeah,
Go outside.
did you see a clarity of
Yeah.
intention?
Yeah.
And the first time what we saw was like an ambiguity of intention. It's about me and I've got these things and I'm going to kind of take you into this cloud that I'm living in. That is more compelling. It simplifies things, it externalizes things, and I dare say it's probably easier to send to us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great. Okay, we got to move on. Great job, Jane. Yeah.
juxtaposition or contrary to what would a mother not do for her child? And if you're asking your child to save you from something. So what is that and how does that fit into the entire arc of the piece?
Okay.
To you.
Sure,
Yeah.
right. The way that I've always thought of it is that, there is somewhere that this person is coming from that they don't want to go back to.
Right.
So, this child is supposed to grow up and redeem the life of the mother. So it's like, you know, I am having this child to make me look good,
Right.
to live a life that I was unable to live for myself and bring me along with that.
So does that make your character a good person, using her child to redeem?
No.
No, bad. Right, which makes this very interesting, doesn't it? So what would a mother not, and it, because at the very end of the spoken, well, what would you know? Adds a flavor to it that I'm thinking, trying to make sense out of all of this in my head while I'm watching and listening to it, and then I hear that and I think, oh, wow, that could be a lot darker. There could be this underlying current of that, using kind of the love of a mother that we all, I mean, you know, obviously we all know, as sort of a cudgel, you know what I mean? And your child as part of that weapon, but it's all underneath those words. And if there could be just a hint of that in the beginning, like because sometimes we're saying words that are seem like the last one, they seem like they're kind of sad and scary, but actually if you infuse it with joy of the unknown and the juxtaposition of wanting to run away but also wanting to stay, it's kind of exciting. Here I think we have these words that are supposed to be comforting. A mother would do anything for you, sacrifice herself for her child, obviously. But that's not what you mean, really. And so if you keep the opposite of that in there the whole time, I think it could be quite interesting.
Just for clarity for the folks out here, the person singing is Cinderella's stepmother. So,
She's talking about her
she's
children.
talking about her children and talking to Cinderella, who's there.
Right.
To her. That's when she says, then again, what would you know?
Yeah, she's never heard of
Is you've never had this.
a child. Or even though.
Or a mother.
Mother. Yeah, right. Wow, that's so neat. Want to start again with that sort of.
Sure.
It's hard to put. It's really difficult to put oneself into, especially you seem like a very nice person, and so maybe not. It's hard to put oneself into that, but we all have moments where the devil on our shoulder is trying to get us to do something that is not the nicest thing. And there are moments on stage where we get to let that out. So think of some moment where you really are happy you didn't take that step, but boy, you get to feel it now. Right?
Yep.
I get maybe a time in your life where that was a big temptation, right? To do something that you know wasn't nice, maybe even super nasty. And have that start off with that moment running through your head and say these beautiful words and see what we get from that.
Okay.
Okay?
Let me think of something
what is the intention before she even starts singing?
I think she's, well, like nothing matters because she's having this baby. So even the things like I'll never have the power, like it doesn't matter. Like she's, the whole time she's so grounded in like her baby. And so that the fact that she'll never have the power or like the wave of her hand will do nothing doesn't really matter. But she's like so confident in that like it doesn't matter.
So I love all of that. I think you've got a really clear sense of purpose. Now I just want to find a way of visualizing that more.
Yeah.
So we all receive that.
Yeah.
Because you have, I think you have the right ideas here about
Yeah.
what's going on. I mean, I'm going to be like Mother Mary, right?
Yeah.
I've got something that's more important than me, more important than anything that is exactly.
Yeah.
Isn't that beautiful?
It is.
Oh my God. So I think what we need to do is from the very beginning set that intention and
Yeah.
make it so clear in ba-ba-doo-doo, ba-ba-doo-doo.
Yeah.
Can you make those first notes? Can you translate words into them? Can you make up some fake lyrics?
Make up lyrics?
Ba-ba-doo-doo,
Okay.
ba-ba-doo-doo.
Okay.
Think about what that might be.
Okay. Like that sound that you just made?
Well, no, like real words. Can you rewrite this song as if those have words, that those are pitch sung words on those pitches?
Yeah.
I will.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And sing it.
Yeah, just think about it. Just ba 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 ba. You got 4 sets of 4. So tell us out loud what those
Okay.
might be.
Nothing else matters. I'm having a baby.
Mm-hmm.
My past doesn't define me. This is, my gift is bigger than the world.
My gift is big.
My gift
That'll
is
be good.
big.
That's great. Yeah, that's great. No, that's great. Can you say the whole song again?
Yeah. Nothing else matters. I'm having a baby. Past doesn't define me.
Past doesn't define me. Oh my God, great.
Past doesn't define me. And this is big.
And this will be big.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, great. So can you actually sing those words
Yeah.
on the intro?
Oh, sure, yeah.
You can go a little slower if you want.
Yeah.
Okay, ready? And nothing else matters.
I'm having a baby. My past doesn't define me. This is gonna be
Great, dude, that's great. Do it again. 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 Yeah, you're doing really well. Do it again. Yeah. And
Nothing else matters. I'm having a baby. The past doesn't define me. This is gonna be big.
great. Okay, now we're going to do the entrance, and you're not going to sing the words, but you are going to communicate those words.
Cool.
Do you already like love her? So what's confusing is you just set yourself up for success, right? We're all in love with you already. Now you just got to sing for it, right? That's beautiful. Okay, good. So I'm gonna. There's another place where that happens. There's another interlude here. Let's find that. It is. Yeah, right there. Yeah, good. The future of the world inside of me. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ish.
Yeah.
Same intentions are fine right there. Okay, but I want you to come back to that place. So those interludes are powerful, and arguably they can be more powerful than when we're actually singing, right? And it's really important not to just wait for, okay, I get to sing now. 1, 2, 3, here we go. You know what I'm saying? Super powerful. Okay, great. Let's do it from the top.
I'll never have the power to control
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is that's exactly what happened. And he will make me shy. And he said, yes, he will. Right? Okay, so say that then. He will make me shy. And listen to that affirmation.
And you make me shine.
Yeah. then showing us that backstory in the intro. Lovely, really nice. Yeah. Okay, we got one more.
Sing fast.
My name is Luke Bauer, and I'll be singing Moving Too Fast for the last 5 years.
Yeah.
That was great. Okay. eats up the scene. He's just, and I'm not saying to kind of like vibe with him, don't sing like him, but there are moments where you want to, that kind of thing, right? And it's just got, I want to sing this kind of thing all over. That's got to be there, right? So what I want to see from you, from this, is this just, forget about that. You're by yourself and you're, you know what I mean? It's got to have a little more of that. And then, when there is an audience again, because they're not here, you bring it back a little bit. But that's what this has, right? That will take it to the next. You gotta not care, right? All right. So this is the shot. Abandon it. Let it go. Check this out, right? Yeah. Forget. Yeah. You two are one right now. You're rocking out. You're his fingers all over the place except here back.
Did I just hear an alarm start ringing? Did I see shadows go flying past? Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I got a singular impression, things are moving fast. I'm riding cars, rocking fast. I just expected it 10 years later. I see the impression, things are moving too fast. I say, whoa, whoa, stick all the brakes, whatever it takes to stop the stream. Slow, slow, the lights turn red.
Really listen to him, because he's going to tell you, he's going to give you your dance moves, you know what I mean? And don't worry about it. We really, for right now, don't try to present to them. We want to take as much presentational stuff out, right?
Yeah.
Just get into it, live it, feel it in your gut, move it around, feel like you're getting the rhythm and movement, because, you know, he's such a pianist. And the composer too, this is great for playing. It's really, well, don't tell them that. I mean, because it's got to be in there, so really feel it. Just forget about them for a second, and let it move around, let it stew in you. Get your hip, get your legs into it. But it also is easier to sing when you're kind of doing this. Yeah, no, really, not just that, but that. You know what I mean? Just really feel it.
Yeah.
Wherever's best for him, actually. Where do you want to sing?
Things are moving too fast. You say, oh.
I'm glad and smooth.
Okay, got it. I'm glad and smooth as a figure skater. I'm riding fine as a rocket blast. I just expected 10 years later. I got a singular impression, things are moving too fast. Slow, slow, lights turn red. I say no, no, whatever I do, I'm barreling through and I don't complain. No matter what I try, I fly it goes sweet. I'm never one to walk the wire. I won't do anything, just ask. What if this takes getting somewhat higher? Got a singular impression, things are moving too fast.
Okay, so maybe this will help. Do you have an idea of the frames? Oh, we gotta go.
No.
Oh, okay.
We're good. We can start a little late on the local side.
Okay.
Just give it about 4 more minutes.
Okay, so we'll go right from there. There's a tendency, it's because I mean, you've done this a bunch of times, you love it, right? It's one of these things you're really used to want to kind of get it smoother. I want to see in your body this, you know, it's all what, red chakra, you know what I mean? I'm trying to think of which chakra is it? You know, it's that, he's really leading. Yeah, I can do this all the thing. Right? So let it come out with your voice a little bit more. Just lead with your pelvis, man. And like bounce. You know, it's
she's gotten older and she's talking about how like she's been married once but isn't anymore,
Yeah.
and she's like kind of just like missing that time when things were easier.
So, current times, hard, childhood times,
So,
lovely, right? So what this almost is, you know, it's almost like an opium dream in a way, isn't it? You know, there's this, and even this sort of tactile stuff like that, jasmine winds and everything. Can you put yourself in a bit of a cloud, like a literal cloud? Can you put yourself in this cloud that smells of jasmine, that's got these sort of, it's a little bit like Wizard of Oz, and maybe you've got, you know, the Egyptian, the TV set floating by and everything. But can you actually put yourself in a cloud of memories, a physical cloud of memories, of sensual experiences, of smells and everything? Can we see what that looks like? Yeah, please. Okay, you're good. I don't see it yet.
okay.
Okay? So I need you to smell the cloud. I need you to feel the cloud. What does the cloud feel like to you? Light, okay. Is it almost buoyant?
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
it dry? Is it wet? Is it fluffy? Love it. I need to see all of it.
Okay.
Feel it spinning around. You feel it enveloping you.
And overshadowed came floating on a jasmine road from the west, from the south, honey in my ear, spice in my mouth.
Good. So I don't believe that. Honey, in my ear, spice in my mouth. It's so sensual, isn't it? I mean, it's just sort of like feeding all the senses. Can I see what that feels like to have honey in my ear? Wow, it's a great thing, right? Spice in my mouth. Can we just take it back like one measure or one first part of that? Yeah, from the west. Perfect. From the west.
From the west, from the south, honey in my ear.
Good. So you don't need to show us that there's honey in my ear,
Okay.
but you need to believe that there's honey in my ear.
Okay.
Okay? One more time.
From the west, from the south, honey in my ear, spice in my
No,
mouth.
still not quite buying it. Do we like honey in your ear?
It's like almost uncomfortable, but good, like a good kind of.
Like, do we like honey?
Yeah.
It's delicious, right? So the thing is that the honey is feeding, instead of feeding our taste buds, the honey's feeding our cavities. Like, let's make that beautiful. And honey in my ear, what a strange thing to say.
Yeah.
But it's like, it makes total sense, right? Honey in my ear, spice in my mouth, like, feel it, taste it. One more time, same place, southwest, west, south.
From the west, from the south, honey in my ear, spice in my mouth. Dark and thrilling, strange and sweet.
Feel that blowing right around.
Cleopatra and Daisy.
Wait. Did you see Cleopatra?
Yeah.
She just flew by you, just like the Wizard of Oz, right? Okay, good. We got one more time from da-da-da-dee. Were there right there? Yep, that's it.
Dark and thrilling, strange and sweet.
Very dark, thrilling, strange, and sweet. Can you now, overact, can you be like Commedia dell'arte? Do you know what Commedia dell'arte is? Okay, so like the clowns. Can you be a clown and can you show us all of those things? Dark, sort of dark.
Dark and thrilling, strange and sweet.
They were all the same, making it so different. Dark, thrilling, strange, and sweet. Let's see what those look like.
Dark and thrilling.
Dark and thrilling are the same. So what's dark look like?
Mysterious.
Yeah, show us.
Okay.
Show us.
Okay.
In your body, right now.
Okay.
Show us. Dark.
You're almost like scared.
Good, show us.
Okay.
What does that look like? Be a clown.
Okay, okay.
Show us right now what it's dark look like. That's it, great. It's really good. Bigger, 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 thrilling. Great. Dark, thrilling, strange. Good. Sing the Commedia dell'arte. Sing with those gestures for right now. Yes?
Dark and thrilling, strange and sweet.
Good. Do that now and do it times 2. Times 5.
Okay.
Okay? Show us again.
Dark and thrilling, strange and sweet.
Good. Do we hear a difference? Great. Now, can you now not be a clown, but have that in that cloud that you've created? Okay? Make them that distinct, that different. Same thing. Dark and thrilling.
Dark and thrilling, strange and sweet. Cleopatra and David's on fleet, and they floated in on a jasmine wind. And Omar Sharif, and they floated in on a jasmine wind. And Omar Sharif.
Okay, and one more thing. Thum and Omar Sharif, how do we feel about them?
We like that.
We like them a lot, right? Yeah. I mean, it sounds, it's modal, so da-dee-dee-dee, and we kind of associate them with kind of a strange quality. But actually, it's beautiful, right? It's the most beautiful thing. Can you show us in the clown now parlance? Show us Thum and Omar Sharif. What does Thum look like? No, what does it look like? Be a clown right now. Show us the gesture. Thum? And what's Omar Sharif look like? Okay, great. Say Thum and Omar Sharif. Just like that. Be a clown now.
And Omar Sharif.
Do we hear the difference? Okay, great. Now don't be a clown, but embody that. Here we go.
And Omar Sharif.
That's lovely. That's lovely. Okay, good. We're almost out of time, so if you want to tag in.
Yeah, take a minute to give some more feedback.
I love this. I mean, I was thinking when I was watching it, another way of kind of wrapping your head around some of these without the community dell'arte stuff, and it sometimes works. For me, and I was talking about this yesterday, if you think about, like, sometimes it's hard to imagine, like, with Omar Sharif. I mean, some people don't even know who they are, right? Or what this experience, this nostalgic experience is, but we all have favorite foods. Do you like to cook? Is there a particular smell of a particular food that is super fragrant and it's warm, right? And it's warm and like you can imagine sort of all those smells and things bubbling up, and then you don't have to move quite as much, but you have that. You kind of see it, you know what I mean? You smell it, taste it. Keep going with this, and see if you can kind of imagine that food that you love, but the smell of it, the taste of it, the anticipation of it, the nostalgic things that are associated with it, and all of that. You know what I mean? And see if that helps put you in a place that, of course, the words will tell us something else, but if the stories on the inside of this, we'll see what comes across.
Right. Boom.
Yeah, just give it a shot and we'll see. And then we're gonna stop. But just so you're in your house, you're prepping all the stuff, it's cooking, and you're anticipating eating it. Really see it's not.
And Omar Sharif. Friday evening, Omar Sharif came floating
we have that, and sometimes we have to externalize that to be able to internalize it. That was lovely.
It was
lovely.
really great.
Yeah.
And with songs like that, there are a lot of you, like there are a lot of songs we do about, you know, the love of your life, and you're like, I've never had that, you know what I mean? But we all have like something we do love. It could be a pet, it could be kind of food. Food works great. And really putting yourself in that moment, seeing it, smelling it, anticipating the taste, all of that, no one will know the difference. You can be singing about a hamburger and they think it's like, you know, the lost love of his life. Seriously, no, really. But that was great. And you're such an open presence with this beautiful smile. Let us see it. Right? Yeah, great job. We allocated time for the 4 singers that we thought we had. We had 5 singers, so we went a little bit over. Thank you